Hey there, friends and fiends, it's me again. I have an interesting topic to bring up. Video games and violence. Violent video games are normal. I cannot think of a video game that does not have violence. I mean, Pong is even a bit violent. I mean, you're sitting there and this ball is hitting. It's like you're throwing a ball at each other. It's like dodgeball, but you're not trying to dodge it. You're actually trying to hit it. So you're being violent to the ball. Yeah. There's... Tetris isn't violent, maybe. Well, it kind of is because the blocks explode, but anyway, I do not think that there is a video game out there that does not have violence, especially these modern games. I mean, let's see, a good cutesy one. Flife is a cutesy one, kind of. It's this neat little anime style to it. And you go around and smack or zap these monsters. And sure, they're monsters, sure, they're bad guys, but it's still violent. Excuse me, I got the burps and the hiccups. Whew. Anyway. Moving forward, video games and violence, I do not think that if a children plays a video game, they're going to be violent. I mean, they're not going to go and stomp on somebody's head because they played Mario. I mean, that is retarded. If anyone ever does that, they're retarded. In fact, that is a personal mental problem and not something caused by a video game. For example, I play things like Resident Evil 6, Borderlands 2, Guild Wars, and you don't see me going around trying to smack someone with the sword or shoot them with an arrow or anything silly like that. It's silly to sit here and say that video games cause violence. I've played video games since before I could remember, and I've never been a violent kind of person. I mean, I've been a bit ragey, but who doesn't go through a phase in their life where they want to rage on everything? But video games and violence, how are people getting this? I mean, everyone plays video games, but not everyone is violent. Personally, I think that somebody who plays video games and violently lashes out at people is prone to violently lashing out at people whether or not they play those games. I mean, it's like saying that because I own a knife, that knife is going to make me want to hurt somebody with it. Or that because I go and watch a movie, I am going to want to reenact every scene of that movie, no matter how terrible it was. I mean, I've not seen anyone, at least not to my knowledge, not heard of anyone reenacting the Saw movies. But that would be some real messed up crap. And if you've heard of any stories about this, please correct me, but I do not believe there are any. Also, I believe that video games are actually good for people. They increase motor function, they help with hand-eye coordination, and games these days are good for social interaction. I mean, not all of us are social creatures. Me, for example, I've never really been much for just talking up a storm with anybody. I mean, I don't go out and look for people to talk to. I usually talk to people on games, but that's usually because I'm either running a dungeon with someone, or I'm starting up a guild in Guild Wars so we can have people to talk to when we get ready to do group events or dragon slaying. The dragon slaying on Guild Wars 2 is so fun. Get huge groups of people together, and most people are really nice to each other on that game. It's an amazing contrast from Warcraft. But I honestly do not see any kind of connection with video games and people reacting violently, especially children. I do think that if parents do not explain the difference between reality and fiction, there could be a problem. But that's really something that parents should explain. I mean, if they don't explain it, then it's something that should have already been learned. For example, cartoons. Like when someone catches on fire in a cartoon, they don't necessarily die. They just burn up to a crisp and stand there blinking. I'm thinking of the coyote from the Roadrunner cartoons, by the way. I mean, he set himself on fire and he just burned to a black crisp and stood there blinking. But in reality, that would kill you. I mean, you know that fire causes pain at an early age because, I mean, we've all been there where we've touched something after we were told it was hot and not to touch it. Or we were not told because they did not see what we were doing and we touched it and found out how hot it was. I mean, I just freaking burned myself on a stove the other day. That hurt. But we should know that if we are trying to repeat something from a movie or a game that hurts people in a movie or game, that would hurt somebody in real life and possibly result in even more than just being hurt, you know? Most people who are all there in the head, they know that video games and reality are two different things. I honestly think that it's either parents are not teaching them, they're not learning on their own, or they lack the mental capacity to understand. But I think that violence is something that is inherent in people's natures or something that is learned through real life experiences. Has nothing to do with the games. So these people who are bullied and harassed and tortured in schools, that could be part of what is causing the problem. I mean, bullying has been around for forever, but it's getting worse. It's getting more vicious, more violent. And I think that's partially in part to parents not parenting like parents used to, you know? And it's partially in part to school officials not caring what happens to their students, apparently. But it's really up to the individuals to let people know, hey, that ain't cool. I mean, if you see your friend trying to shove some other kid into a locker at school, you tell them, hey, that's not cool, leave him alone. How would you like to be shoved in there yourself? I can pretty much guarantee you that he'll either be like, oh, is that a threat, blah, 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 or he'll be like, I wouldn't like that at all. You know, he probably wouldn't like that. He would react negatively to the prospect of being shoved into a locker. But video games and violence, there's no connection. The only connection there is kids being set in front of video games and not properly parented by the parents. So explain things to your kids whenever they start to experience new things, such as violence in games, violence in movies. Watch a rated R movie with them and explain to them that, hey, this isn't real, this is an actor doing this stuff. This blood is ketchup and water. These panes of glass, it's solid sugar and water mixed together and frozen, and it's not really sharp. And those cuts on this guy's face, it's makeup with the same mixture of ketchup and water. These explosions, completely controlled by people who are experts in controlling explosions. It's not real. And those vehicles over there running into each other, totally CG. It's done via computer. Somebody made that image. But anyway, until next time, be good to each other, explain things to your kids, and try not to do anything too stupid. Have a good night.